Learning anything new requires taking a risk. You can't just say to somebody, okay, take a risk. You have to do what's called scaffolding, which simply means creating a structure around the outside of something that's designed to be peeled back over time.
Many times when a classroom teacher is saying, hey, we're going to write narratives or we're going to write a persuasive piece, we had a lot of students who were just like, you want me to write what? And how do I do this? And there'd be a lot of shutting down of behaviors. When Whoopensocker started to come in, they were like, hey, we can get the kids to write. And it was through play, it was through acting, it was through generating ideas. And now an engaged writer will be like, oh my gosh, I have this great idea that I just thought of. You can see the success, the feeling of pride that the students are having now with writing.
At Whoopensocker, we structure our entire program from beginning to end to scaffold kids into taking risks with their bodies through movement, with their ideas through storytelling, and with one another through collaboration.
One thing that we do as teaching artists that any teacher can learn is to say yes and. That's a part of improv and theater, and we very much take it to heart in Whoopensocker. So when a student brings something to us and shares their idea, we immediately yes that idea with some excitement or with just some affirmation.
I'm thinking of a student this year who's newer to the country, and I was looking through his notebook one day and he had like a whole YouTube page spread in his notebook. And so his story was kind of like a YouTube page, and it had like and subscribe, and it had all the little like bells and whistles. It was obviously a story about, you know, what was really relevant to him. And he was just so cute and just looked so empowered and happy to share his ideas.
Even if we as teachers need to shift the idea a little bit or kind of redirect the idea, the most important part is that yes at first, and really affirming the contribution that the student made, because it is a risky activity to raise your hand and share something out loud.
There's a few ways that we imagine you using this collection in your classroom. One is to treat the collection as a single residency day, as we would when we go into the classroom. So we have a video series which first introduces everyone to the world of Whoopensocker City. Then we have a series of warm-up game videos that will allow you to work with your students and with our Whoopensocker teaching artists via video on a series of scaffolded warm-up games that get kids comfortable working with their bodies, working with one another, and working with their voices. Moves on to a brainstorming, and then ends with individual writing and sharing time. Another way is to take it in pieces. So if you are looking for ways to bring more arts integrated practice into your classroom, you could just use these warm-up games as a daily or weekly activity when working with your students. And if you want to mix and match, just connect your favorite warm-up games with your favorite writing activities.
I love inviting students into Whoopensocker City. There's this theatrical element, this imaginative space where we all create Whoopensocker City with our minds and with our imagination. We build Whoopensocker City with the brainstorm that we create, with the games that we play together, but also with this willingness to play pretend with each other.
Kids are supposed to play. That's where they do most of their learning. The seamlessness between that time, which you think is very silly and just not serious, and then going back to their little tables and getting their notebooks out, and there's just like this hush that kind of comes over the classroom. Such a magical time.
I learned that Whoopensocker means something extraordinary, and I really do think Whoopensocker is extraordinary. It brings a lot of joy to a classroom, and I think that that's the base of teaching. If kids have joy and excitement, it really is an outlet for them to have creativity and to show who they are as a person and a learner, and gives them so many other options and paths to help guide them for in their future.